We will continue the video where we left off in the previous part. So now we will write a approval function for our cryptocurrency. So according to EIP 20, so let us check how many functions we have covered till now, because if we cover all the functions, then only Ethereum will take our will consider our cryptocurrency as a valid cryptocurrency. So we have a function of name. So we don't have currently a particular function for name, but if when we deploy our smart contract, so we have kept the name function to be public, so it is having a get function. So Ethereum will know that it has a get function. And we have symbol, and we also have decimal. Also we have a total supply. Okay, so we have a total supply, and we also have a mapping of balance of, and also we have wrote a function of transfer. Now we have to write transfer from function. Before writing transfer from function, we will be writing approve function. So also we have a transfer event. So we have covered pretty much almost 80% of the functions, 70% of the function. Let us change this transfer event to transfer, because the naming is particular in Ethereum, because Ethereum will know that it has transfer event, but transfer event it will not know, because it is not known in their language. So now we will be writing approve function. So what are the approve function for? It is written in the rules, so we have to write. But what is the functionality of approve function? So approve function is basically like, if I am holding 1 million cryptocurrency, then I am allowing my smart contract or another person that you can spend cryptocurrency, but it will be considered that I have spent. Like, take an example. Like, you are building a bank on Ethereum, then you are taking allowances from the user. Like, if I come to your bank and I invest 1 million Ethereum to you, then I will be giving you allowance that you can spend my 1 million Ethereum and invest it in another system so that I can gain profit. So it must be a trustful bank, so that's why I am allowing it. But it will be invested from my side, but I am given it authority that you can spend in my name, but profit will be mine. So that's what allowances come into place. So as we have known what is the functionality of allowances, now we will define a function approve, because before transfer from function we have to approve somebody, like we have to approve a body. So we will write a approve function. So just type it as approve and name it as public, and this whom address or a particular bank or a person that we are approving that amount, and what is the amount that we are approving. Like, we are approving 100 Ethereum, 1000 Ethereum to a particular bank or a person. So just we will type address in it, and we will just define a spender. We will just name it as spender, because it is spending our money from our behalf. We have given we have given him or it allowances, so it is spending from our behalf because we have given him allowances. So just type it as address, and we will also type it as amount underscore amount, previous as we wrote previously. Address of approval and amount. Now before approving to a person to spend on our behalf, we have to define a mapping, as we defined the mapping for balance of, that were keeping track of what is the balance of a particular user. Similarly, we will define a mapping of approval that will keep track of how much allowance is given to a particular person and how much he can spend. So we will just type a nested mapping. Like you may have heard of a array. There are two types of array. One is 2D array and one is 2D array and one is 1D array. So in 2D array, if you have to get two value, then what you will be write? You will write that I have to get one, the first array in this 2D array, and the element at first position, second position. So we will type 1. Similarly, mapping also have a way so that we can type two addresses in it, like one address from whom the allowance has been given, like I am holding 1 million ether, so I am allowing some other person. So we can just simply type it as, so we want that a of msd.sender. So we want that a of msd.sender is allowing another person, like spender address, let's support it as, and we are giving him allowance of some amount, like say 100,000. So we will define a mapping keeping in mind that we want this functionality. We'll type mapping and we will just type address because we want to get allowance by typing address in it. And now what we will do, we will define a one more mapping. As I told you that there are 2D arrays, but mapping are not 2D, there are nested mappings. So just we will type address and uint because we want to get allowance, public and allowance. So as I wrote this mapping, you may be confused a little bit. So let me explain you. In this mapping, we are storing here the address from which the allowance has been given, like our address that we are allowing someone, and here we will be storing the address to whom allowance will be given, like to a bank, and this is the amount of which the allowance is given. So we can address it as, just type allowance. So we will write msd.sender because we are giving allowance to someone, and we will paste here the spender address, and we will give the amount here. So it is very simple, don't need to confuse anything. So just we will do similar thing in this. We will allow someone to spend on our behalf. So what we will do is, we have defined a mapping allowance and just paid the same logic that I explained you above. Here spender is the address that we are passing, which will be spending on our behalf, and we will increase its allowance because we don't know that it has allowance from us from the back or not. Now similarly, when we defined a event, when we transfer the function, we will also define a approval event because it will be emitted and UI will get to know that the person has been given allowance. So just type event approval, and we are giving we will giving from in it address spender and how much amount he has been given allowance. So it's pretty much clear. So we will just type emit in it, and we want to emit approval event, and we will be typing msd.sender spender, the person who is spending our money, and amount. So it is pretty much easy function. Now we will test this function by deploying the smart contract. Let us first compile that smart contract. Oh, there is an error, so just a typing error. Allowance, yes, it is compiled successfully. So just going to eat away, copying the 1 million in 18 decimal, just passing this is in a constructor, deploying, and just you can see that here there is a two more things. One is approve mapping and second is allowance function. So let us give allowance to second address. Just copy this second address and move toward our first address that is containing all the balance. So let us first check the balance. Okay, it has now 0 balance. Okay, we have okay, second address is supposed to have a 0 balance. Now let us just call the allowance. So we will paste our address in the first place of mapping, and we will paste the second address that we have copied from here in the second position. Just by seeing the mapping, here is the address of person who is allowing, and here the address of person who is spending in name of this person, and this is all about it. So we will just simply call it, and yeah, it has now, as of now, it has 0 allowance given by the first person. So just we will approve it. So let us approve it. So this is the address of second person. So just paste it, and let us suppose give it as 1000. We are allowing it to spend 1000 crypto. We leave the thought of 18 decimal as of now. Just transact, and the transaction has been done properly. Now let us call the allowance and let us check what is the allowance of the person increased or not. So let us call, and yeah, you can see that we allowed him to spend 100, so it has allowance to spend 100 crypto in name of us. Now but he can't spend because we have not wrote the spending function of allowance as of now. So we will be writing that function in the next video.